Shabir was a village boy, born and raised in a small, close-knit community. He lived with his family in a modest home. Life was simple, yet filled with warmth and love. Days were filled with hard work and joyous laughter as the village thrived on unity and cooperation. Shabir helped his father in the fields, learning the value of hard work and dedication from a young age. In the evenings, he played with his siblings under the sprawling banyan tree, their laughter echoing through the village. Life was good, but Shabir dreamt of more. He often found himself lost in thought, imagining a different future. He yearned for the city's allure, the distant skyline calling out to him with promises of a brighter tomorrow. Stories of its grandeur and opportunities filled his heart with hope and excitement. Shabir wanted to be a big man in the city, someone who could make a difference and bring pride to his family. Every night Shabir looked at the stars, his mind filled with dreams. He imagined them as city lights, each one representing a possibility, a chance for a better life. He wished for a life beyond the fields, a life where he could achieve greatness. The city held the promise of wealth, success, and endless opportunities. Shabir was determined to find it. He prepared himself mentally and physically for the journey ahead. He wanted to make his family proud. One day, he decided it was time to take the leap. With a small bag and a heart full of dreams, he would leave for the city, ready to embrace his destiny. The city was a different world. Buildings touched the sky, people rushed through the streets, cars honked, lights blinded. Shabir felt lost and small, but he was determined. He found a small room to rent. It was cramped, but it was his. Shabir started working. He found a job in a factory. The work was hard. The days were long, the city was a harsh teacher, but Shabir persevered. He learned the ways of the city, he made friends, some good, some bad. He sent money back to his village, he was becoming a city man. Years passed. Shabir worked hard, often burning the midnight oil, sacrificing sleep and leisure. He climbed the ladder of success, each step bringing him closer to his professional goals. He had a good job, one that many would envy, filled with responsibilities and challenges. He lived in a big house, a symbol of his achievements and hard work. He had everything he ever wanted, from luxury items to a comfortable lifestyle. But something was missing. The city felt cold and indifferent, a concrete jungle that lacked warmth. The people were busy and distant, always in a rush, never stopping to connect. Shabir felt alone, surrounded by millions, yet feeling isolated. One day, Shabir received a letter. It was from his mother. She was sick. Shabir's heart sank. He realized something important. He had everything, yet he had nothing. His success felt empty, devoid of true happiness. His wealth had no meaning without the love and presence of his family. He yearned for his family, the people who truly mattered. He longed for his village, the place where he felt a sense of belonging. Shabir knew what he had to do. He had to return to his roots to find true happiness. Section 4. Finding solace in familiar streets. Shabir returned to his village after many years of living in the bustling city. The familiar sights and sounds of his childhood greeted him warmly. Everything seemed smaller, but it felt right. The narrow lanes, the small houses, and the familiar faces brought back a flood of memories. He hugged his mother, feeling a wave of relief. He was home. The embrace was long and filled with unspoken words of love and longing. His family welcomed him with open arms. They had missed him dearly. The joy of reunion was palpable, and the house was filled with laughter and tears of happiness. Shabir realized his mistake. True happiness wasn't in the city. The fast-paced life, the constant noise, and the endless chase for success had left him empty. The village had changed little. Life was still simple. The routines were familiar and the pace was slow, allowing time for reflection and connection. The air was clean and the people were kind. Shabir felt at peace. The simplicity of village life brought a sense of calm that he had long forgotten. He spent his days helping his family and playing with the village children. The sense of community and belonging was strong, and he felt a renewed sense of purpose. He shared stories of the city, and the villagers listened with wide eyes. They were fascinated by his tales of skyscrapers, busy streets, and the hustle and bustle of urban life. Shabir realized something else. He had brought back more than just stories. He had gained a new perspective on life, understanding that true contentment comes from within and from the connections we build with others. Section 5. Rediscovering the value of roots. Shabir used his city experience to help his village. He taught new farming techniques and helped set up a small school. Using his savings, he improved the village. Shabir found true satisfaction. He was making a difference. The villagers were grateful and respected him. Shabir was no longer a lost boy, he was a leader. He had found his purpose and come full circle. From dreaming of leaving, he returned to build. His journey had taught him valuable lessons. Success wasn't just about wealth, happiness wasn't about big cities. True fulfillment came from within. Section 6. A homeward journey, a heart content. Shabir sat under the banyan tree, watching the children play. He smiled, feeling content. He had chased his dream and learned his lesson. The city had taught him about life, while the village had taught him about living. Shabir looked at the stars. They were no longer city lights, but a reminder of his journey and his roots. Shabir's story is a reminder for us all. Chase your dreams, but never forget where you come from. True happiness lies in appreciating your roots while striving for a better future.